population growth, food production. Actually, I'm gonna have to pick pragmatic here. That's too bad a pick. So, okay with that though, I think. Let's focus that, and I'm gonna figure this out in a minute. That means I now have an ideology pick. Now this could swing my ideology over to pragmatic temporarily, which I'm worried about. But I can now pick this. So this is shipyard decay minus 50%. We're now coordinated. Now let's check something here. So I'm gonna switch my governor to military a second. Now I've already got these two planets focusing their production here. So if I highlight that to see the distance decay is now 0% for those. So yeah, this does still work. I can basically now ship my production to any shipyard on the map and have no decay. So that means I'm no longer really restricted to making ships here necessarily. I could use any shipyard, including that one, for example, that I've just made, or there's a few shipyards here and there, not too many that I've made, but yeah, I'm probably going to want to make some more shipyards soon because of that. I don't think my ideology kicks in until next turn, maybe. There's a mention ideology there. Right, so I've got, I think I've done most of the important movement now, so I'm going to do my colonies and I'll finish up the rest of the movement later on. Colonies are done for the turn. I think I'll take you around them. I haven't done it for a while. I've actually run out of crude manufacturing overflow on the capital, so I kind of need to invest in that at some point, but I'm still making those censorships. Infernum's getting done. Trade going up there. Taggart's actually making a shipyard. They're much more useful now, so I'm going to want more of them. That's getting some more research up. This is my best research world, not surprisingly, with the tech capital. Got a lot to do there still though. This is getting research up. That is getting some factories up. More manufacturing. It's a mixture. Most of my worlds are a mixture of manufacturing and research. This is getting more wealth up. I'm going to probably put wealth all over there eventually and terraform those two tiles. That is getting up the Illyrian defense shield to get more bonuses for logistics. I may actually complete that and then do a ton of research. I haven't decided what I'm doing here yet. I probably don't need to actually, because yeah, I'm going to have a think about that. I think I'm definitely going to do one more turn of social, and then I may very well start to research a heck of a lot actually. I really need to pick up that huge hulls. It's such a key tech. I need some weapons. I need to actually be able to defend myself if I do get attacked now coming up. What I've done this turn though is actually switch my shipyards round, so I'm actually for production going into this one down here using that new pragmatic ability with no decay. So you can see if I highlight that, 0 decay. So I should be able to make one of those next turn. And with that, hopefully this area hasn't been explored and I can find an artifact or two down here and perhaps pick up the large hulls tech. That's what I'm really hoping for. So I might yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Right, I'm going to finish off the key movement for the turn. So what is that? This is a colony ship. I'll show the key movement and then finish up the rest of it. Not really sure this is key movement, but it could have been a colony there potentially. This can come down here. What's that? That's actually moved now. That can make a starbase there. Okay, more resources. I could be selling these resources, but I actually am gonna need a lot of them coming up, so not really selling them at the moment. This colony ship. I think I come down here with this one, is it? Actually, let's move that freighter first. I don't actually know what its snappy capital is. Right, we found the Dark Yaw. We knew about them already though. Okay. I think I'll bring this down here. Right. That's actually out of movement. I think come back down there. I'm kind of slightly out of range there, really. Not really sure who had the best starting location. Probably Snaffy, Iconians, or myself. Arguably the Iconians did, I reckon. Maybe. But obviously I've colonized the best here. This one, what am I gonna bring you to? There's not much point in bringing it down there. Kind of need to find a place to trade with this now, really. Finding where the Snaffy homeworld is a pretty good idea. Actually, that's a precursor world, so I think I probably will want to trade there. If raw production matters, then that's going to have very good raw production. Matters when trading, at least. Right, so this is a capsule. I'm going to switch this over to huge hulls, and hopefully we get a big bonus towards it. Nope. Let's continue on that. A few turns left. Precursor anomaly. Can't quite pick that up yet though. If I put all of these in a fleet, I might have enough. I'm not sure what my logistics is at the moment either. Need to find out. Right, come back to that, come back to that. I think there's a star base here. Yeah, I want all those few resources. Mining ring. Senior lab. Mining ring. And there's one left. So I'm trying to figure out with some of these constructors where to place them now to get them to make econ star bases and get the most out of them. Right, gotta move those in a bit. There's some Illyrium over there, which I definitely want. Come back to that. Right, I think I'm gonna finish up this movement and then I'll end the turn. The recent couple of planets I've colonized actually have a couple of trade resources. This one has a bonus to tourism income, and it's much more worthwhile to sell this and actually hang on to it unless you've got unbelievable amounts of tourism. And the other planet which I colonized actually has extra cargo capacity, so that means I probably need to redesign my ships to make use of that. And with that tourism bonus, I'm actually going to sell that, and I'm going to sell that to the Snaffy. They actually have a couple of weapons techs, pulse cannons, and kinetic augmentation. I think I want to pick this one up off them. I can then redesign my survey combat ships. So I'm going to give him, if I can find the right one, that one there. And what else can I give him? I think I should give him a resource. It's a case of which one. No. I think I'm going to give him thulium. How much do I need to give him? 244. I think I'll give him cash to get that. Okay. And I've finished up all of the movement for the turn, but before I do that, I better redesign some of these ships then to make use of the cargo capacity, and that I believe it also allows me a new weapon type and upgrade to this. So this is my new design. Basically I've taken off one of the weapons, but this weapon is better, so it's actually the same amount of kinetic attack, and I've added an extra shield generator. It costs a lot. In actual fact, it's probably not very good value for money at all, but yeah, I'm gonna make those, I think. So the maintenance is 5.9 as well. Yeah, it's pretty expensive on maintenance also. I've upgraded my constructors, so they've got 2 new types there. I need to do my transport as well. I haven't got around to doing that, but yeah, let's end the turn. Get on with things. So are the snaps going to declare war on me? I've just done a trade this turn, so if they do, then I get my stuff back. I probably traded quite a few things to them already. Arguably I should have got my freighters to trade with them by now. Might have been a mistake not doing that, but I wanted to explore. Next turn, if I'm not at war, I think I'm going to trade. I think I had one going to a precursor world somewhere, so I'm going to still send that. I need to get large hulls straight away now. It's really friggin' important, because medium hulls just don't cut it really. I've probably got the manufacturing to make large hulled ships, just about. Okay, so looks like that's come up here, so let's do some fog busting. I haven't built any cargo ships decked full of sensors. I need to do that at some point, but I wanted to get my military up a tiny bit, just so I'm more of a threat potentially to the snaffy. But look at that, there's a lot of minuses there. Military situation, yeah, we're miles off those two. Iconians could be a threat potentially when the non-aggression treaty runs out, and their military is a heck of a lot bigger than mine. Right, so there's a couple of anomalies down here. I think actually got a couple coming down here. That's going to pick up space junk. 1 credit, great. What's this? Colony ship. Got these really fast, really long range colony ships coming in. Pirates over here. Okay. Right, doesn't look like there's anything over here. I can upgrade these to constructors now, bag more resources, and that's what I'll do actually, if I got enough money to. I think that can go to there. This one is looking around here, and I'll probably try and bag that in a second. Okay. I think we can pretty much safely say that there aren't any more habitals now, apart from the ones that need extreme tech. Well, actually, apart from there could be something there. That's the only place it can be now, realistically. Capsule, I definitely want to pick that up somehow. Ooh, there's actually another precursor here. I wasn't expecting to see that. I thought I'd found them all. So, a once wealthy world quarantined by the precursors. What remains is so toxic that it is uncolonizable without work. So we still haven't found the one that gives 100% military manufacturing. I'm not sure. Yeah, there could be like 10 precursor worlds, and there's only going to be 9 on this map. So if that is the case, we won't see it. I think I was pretty sure we'd found 9 before. Now I'm very sure. It's not definite. Alright, that could come up here. I did think one of the eyes might get over 20 planets, and the Snaffy seem to have gotten 17, but I did a really good job of colonizing considering how bad my racial traits are. 26 is pretty good going, even normally, I think, on this settings I've picked. Right, it's this freighter. I'm going to trade it to this precursor world. Okay, so it comes from there. Trade. Wow, that's a big difference. 27. So, if you look at the... Well, trade planet incomes are nearly double, but I still have no idea how that's calculated. The route length is only a tiny bit more. So it's really hard to figure out why that's a huge amount more than that one. I think it may be down to raw production. That's what trade planet incomes might be. If you add percentages onto that bonus, that increased amount, then yeah, that's why it might be 10 more. Okay, so that's going to help. I've got 2 more freighters I can trade with, and then I could of course get some more tech, and money might not be so bad then. I've no idea where I'm trading that one to. This one can come up here. I should definitely send one to the capital, wherever that is. Ooh, okay. Do actually have the ability to colonize that, so I should get a colony ship out over there. Is that the nearest one? Yeah, so I'll probably have that come up here. Oh, what's that? Alright, it doesn't have range. Let's come up here. Diconians colonize the barren planet. I don't know if the Altarians have the right tech. I haven't counted how many ascension crystals there are, but if there's about 8, it might be worthwhile going for that victory type, but I'm not sure it will. It's a bit of a boring way to win, probably. Cargo, constructors. Right, I'm going to do my colonies, and then I'll finish up all of the basic movement. I've finished my colonies for the turn. I've switched my production from this shipyard to this shipyard, which I just made. It's making one of those intrepid ships. So my 3 key military making planets I've focused the one with speed, the one with mass driver bonus, and of course the capital. I don't really have enough industry to make any more ships anywhere else now, because this ship type actually costs so much. Before I was rotating extra production around my shipyards, but yeah, I've pretty much run out of crude manufacturing in these places now. I have a tiny bit there, But I've shut down that shipyard. It's got a tiny bit left there, a tiny bit left there, not enough to make a ship this turn. So I've got a tiny bits of movement, which I'll do some of it, and then I'll end the turn, cut the rest of it out. So this transport I brought up here has actually got full 6 billion on it. I've been around quite a few planets previously with that. I figured out where I want to place constructors around here to maximize how many planets are within the radius. You can get, I believe it's 4 star bases per planet sometimes, if the layout of, if there's not too much stuff in the way of the star bases, nebulas, resources and all that type of thing. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that with these 3 planets, but some of them overlap, which means I'm going to need less star bases, which is good. So let's construct a star base here with this one. And I want an economic ring here. So let's build that. And what am I going to do here? I don't need approval for the capital, so it's not important, but this one, it is actually going to be important to have approval there. So let's get recreation center, Starbase factory, definitely 0G scaling. I've got orbital replicators in a bit, and I need that still. That one grabs a couple of those as well, so I'm going to put that there. Construct starbase, econ ring. Let's do rec center, orbital resort, starbase factory. Run out. That one gets all 3, so I'm gonna do that one. Construct starbase, econ ring again. Now the trade world, I definitely need a trade bonuses on this one. I actually need approval here. Can put approval there later on, but for the time being I need it. Yeah, I'll concentrate on trade first though. I think I'll do factories here, even though I kind of need approval. I'll need that eventually as well. Okay. And there's a few more econ star bases I want to fit in here somewhere. This transport's coming over here to grab population. That can go on there. And build a mining barracks. It's got 2 left on it. Right, that can come up there probably. Right, this was built last turn. Now I'm desperately hoping for artifacts here. Right, what's that? Ship graveyard. And space junk. And ship graveyard, right. No artifacts still. Right, we haven't seen combat I think at all in this Let's Play yet, so we're gonna get a chance here. So let's see how it does against these pirates. Right, you view battle. My shields should be enough. Take their shots, and I've got enough to do. You can see we get minus 30% to evasion now because of our racial trait time 30% less accurate, so my ship is pretty shit. There's enough to take out these pirates. Right. 25% range. Let's grab space junk. I'm kind of holding off a tiny bit on going for that large scale construction in the hope of bagging an artifact or plenty of capsules. Right, gotta figure that out in a minute. Gotta figure you out in a minute. Right, so I've finished everything this turn, so next turn. Probably got the odd thing on auto that maybe I should have taken off, like that one. It's actually alright. Okay. Tyrant's got a colony over there, perhaps going over to there, but I think they're going to be too late. Am I going to be declared war on this turn? It's certainly possible. Warning. No planets are within range of Infernum, shipyard, blah blah. Alright. Stupid transport thing. Okay. I had a transport building in a shipyard with some remaining accrued manufacturing over there. Right, so we've got this Intrepid over here. I've got space junk, ship graveyard. Right, let's move this over here this turn. I get that next turn. 100 money credits. I think that's the best you can get for space junk. Okay. How many Intrepids have I got? I've got 2 of the new type and 5 of the old type, so I've got friggin' tons of those actually. But yeah, I want to pick up some anomalies. Right, so let's do this view battle. I'm not going to do every view battle, but we haven't had many, have we, so far, so let's do another one. My fleet is amazing compared to theirs, actually. I don't think it'll be that much ahead. Speed up a bit. No contest. Extra sensor range. I think I'll move the colonies first over here, see if I can find anything en route. Wow, there is actually another habitat here. Okay,